In a world where justice often seems out of reach, a young man named Light Yagami is about to encounter a power that will change his life forever. Light, a top student with a bright future, feels disillusioned with a society plagued by crime and corruption. Day after day, he watches the news, seeing criminals get away with heinous acts, feeling powerless to change anything. He yearns for a way to make a significant impact. One seemingly ordinary day, as Light walks through the schoolyard, a black notebook falls from the sky, landing at his feet. This is no ordinary notebook, it is the Death Note, a tool of unimaginable power left by a bored Shinigami named Ryuk. Intrigued, Light discovers the Death Note's frightening power. Anyone whose name is written in the notebook will die, as long as the writer has the person's face in mind. Though skeptical at first, Light decides to test its power. He writes the name of a notorious criminal he saw on the news. The results are immediate and horrifying. Light realizes the immense power he now holds, a power that could rid the world of its worst criminals. With this newfound ability, Light envisions a utopia where he is the ultimate arbiter of justice. One evening, in his room, Light is visited by Ryuk. The Shinigami, towering and otherworldly with grotesque features, introduces himself to Light. Ryuk explains that he dropped the Death Note into the human world out of boredom, and is here to observe what Light will do with it. Light, initially startled by Ryuk's appearance, quickly composes himself. He realizes that Ryuk is not an enemy but a neutral observer in this game of death. Thus begins Light's crusade. Adopting the moniker Kira, he sets out to create a world free of crime, believing that he alone can shape a perfect society. As the mysterious deaths of criminals continue, fear and speculation grip the globe. The media is abuzz with talk of Kira, the mysterious figure delivering deadly justice. All the while, Ryuk watches with amusement, fascinated by the unfolding drama and Light's transformation. However, Kira's actions do not go unnoticed. Enter L, a brilliant but enigmatic detective with a reputation for solving the most challenging cases. L takes up the challenge to catch the person behind these unexplained deaths. The stage is set for an epic battle of wits between two of the greatest minds the world has ever seen. L quickly deduces that Kira is in Japan. He begins a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, each side trying to outsmart the other. The tension escalates as Light and L's paths inevitably cross. In a twist of fate, Light and L meet face to face at Toei University. This seemingly innocent meeting marks the beginning of their intense rivalry, with both of them hiding their true identities behind a mask of normalcy. As Light's quest for a perfect world intensifies, he employs increasingly ruthless tactics. He targets Ray Penber, an FBI agent investigating him, using the Death Note to eliminate both Penber and several other agents. These actions illustrate Light's descent into darkness and his willingness to sacrifice anyone who stands in his way. Despite L's relentless pursuit and brilliant deductions, Light's meticulous planning pays off. He forces a second Shinigami to kill L. In a heart-wrenching and shocking turn of events, L meets his end. The world is left in disbelief, and Light sees this as his ultimate victory. L's death is a pivotal moment in the story. Light's facade of innocence and brilliance remains intact, as he seamlessly takes over L's role within the task force. With L gone, Light steps into his shoes, taking over L's role within the task force. He feels invincible, believing that nothing can stop him now. But new challengers emerge, determined to bring Kira to justice. Enter Nier and Mello, two prodigies who were also considered to be L's successors, each with their unique approaches. They renew the hunt for Kira, adding new layers of complexity and danger to the already high-stakes game. Nier, with his meticulous planning, and Mello, with his aggressive tactics, leave Light with fewer options, setting the stage for the final confrontation. As the net closes around him, Light becomes increasingly desperate. The climactic showdown takes place in a secluded warehouse. Nier has carefully orchestrated this meeting, confident that he has finally outmaneuvered Kira. Light, however, remains arrogant, believing he can still manipulate events to his favor. In a dramatic revelation, Nier exposes Light as Kira. The evidence is undeniable, and Light's carefully constructed facade crumbles. His allies turn against him, and the task force finally sees the truth. Light's desperate attempts to maintain control and rationalize his actions fall flat as the reality of his crimes becomes undeniable. With his identity revealed and his power stripped away, Light makes a desperate attempt to escape. But his time has run out. Ryuk, the Shinigami who gave Light the Death Note, writes Light's name in his own Death Note, bringing the story full circle. Light Yagami's rise and fall serve as a powerful commentary on the corrupting influence of absolute power and the complex nature of justice. In the end, Light's belief in his own righteousness leads to his tragic demise. The tale of Light Yagami and the Death Note is a cautionary story about the dangers of playing God. It explores the thin line between good and evil, and the heavy price of absolute power. Death Note, the ultimate story, is a saga of intellect, morality, and the dark allure of power. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more recaps and showdowns.